Bleacher Report wrote a column yesterday where he pretty much told Patriot haters to shut up. He writes that many fans believe there's a conspiracy in favor of the Patriots. They cite examples like New England only getting one penalty in the AFC Championship game, or a ref congratulating Tom Brady after the win. Freeman concludes, quote, "There's only one reason the Patriots win so much, because they are damn good." Shannon, what's your reaction?
That's a reasonable question to ask. Spygate happened.
It did.
The reason why a defensive player can hear his defensive coordinator call plays from the sideline was because of Spygate. The quarterback could always get the call from the offensive coordinator through his headset. Once Spygate happened, it changed the dynamic. The protocol in which they use to test the footballs and how they gather the football has changed because of Deflategate. Skip, they had, and I think it was 2014? I think 2014. Maybe before 2014, yeah, because that was the year they beat Seattle. They found a loophole. They had eligible receivers coming in the game telling the official they were ineligible. Then the ineligible position with a number 70 or 60 jersey could go out and catch a pass.
Yep.
They was taking advantage. They didn't. They took advantage of the system. The NFL
that was against the Ravens.
The Ravens.
Yeah.
The NFL says, nah, that's not in good. That's not what the rule was meant for.
Okay.
So you could understand that people like, basically for the last 10 years, they're in the bottom 5 of least penalized teams. But that's not because the referees are not calling. Coach Belichick preaches to them that penalties get you beat, especially the pre-snap ones. Ball starts, jumping off sides.
They do.
The Jesse James play is a very good example of what Coach Belichick teaches his team. He extended the ball, trying to get it over the end line. Coach Belichick preaches every day, do not extend the ball. I'd rather we have the ball in the 1-yard line and we go call a play, get the ball in, we have to settle for a field goal, as opposed to getting it knocked out. It goes out of the back of the end zone, someone gets it, or a touchdown gets nullified. Let's take it. Coach Belichick wants to put all the emphasis on his coaches and players. He wants to take out of the official hands as much as he possibly can. But because Skip, once this happens, everybody is always going to question, are the Patriots still on the up and up? Because most teams will go to the line, but they won't step over. We know the Patriots are willing to step over that line. And the question that some have is that, are they still stepping over the line? You know, we've had all this communications going out. You know, you go to New England, and all of a sudden, you can't hear anything. What's going on with that? They win. I believe that what they're doing now, Skip, is totally 100% on the up and up. But because of their past, that's always going to come into play. They're never going to be be able to outrun that. And you know, Skip, no man can outrun his past. And you should stop trying to, because all it does is make you tired when it catches up to you. Their past is what it...
Grandfather?
No. That was Inside Man. I get it. I get and I know Mike a little bit, and he makes some very valid points. But it's not going to go away. Mike Freeman. It's not going to go away because Spygate, Deflategate, and some of these other things are on the Patriots' resume.
They are.
Now, it's been moved down because basically we haven't had any red flags. Because they had a long period, Skip. They won those 3 and 4 years, and then we went go, and they didn't win anything. So everybody's like, well, ha, ha, ha. That's why they were winning. Now that they can get the signals, they can't win. Well, they squashed that with Seattle. Then they came back with, I guess, Atlanta, and here they are. So I can see why people will question that, but I believe it's on the up and up. They're just a damn good football team that's well coached.
Okay. So, just for the record and for the billions of Patriot haters out there, this isn't 20/20 hindsight. I tweeted about 2 plays during Sunday's game immediately, and I would like to show them right now just for the Patriot haters out there. The first one comes with the Patriots down 7-3, and it's 3rd and 11 from the New England 24. Brady to Chris Hogan, and tell me what you see here. Tell me what you see here. Let's get to the replay. Tell me what you see. Chris Hogan knows what he felt. That is Aaron Colvin, and he is clearly there grabbing on, holding on, pulling back too soon. That's pass interference, uncalled. Now let's go to a second play. This is later in the game. This is 2nd and 6 from the New England 29, and they're down 17-10. Deep throw to Brandon Cooks. Tell me what you see on this one. You see there's Boye on the far side holding his left arm down.
Got it pinned.
Yeah. Huh?
He got it pinned.
Yeah, he pinned it. He pinned it. And then here comes Jalen Ramsey from the other side, and Jalen Ramsey gets there too early and hits him twice before the ball gets there. This is double pass interference. This is 2 fouls going on at once, and it is uncalled pass interference. That's just pass interference. That's one. I'm throwing. We should have seen 5 flags get thrown on that one. But again, it happens. It's going to go one way. It's hard to call. Pass interference is the hardest call, maybe in sports to call. And they go one way and they go the other. Everybody said the play where Boye rode Brandon Cooks out of bounds shouldn't have been pass interference. But I give you, they have a history of cheating. And you didn't get into all the other accusations about spying on the walkthroughs for the first 2 Super Bowl victories. And then there's a long history at that stadium in Foxborough of communication, at least suspected bugging of locker rooms, suspected jamming of electronic signals during the game. There's a long history. Peyton Manning talked about it. He wouldn't have a conversation inside the visitors' locker room. Any strategic conversation had to be out in the hall.
And we know they cheated because Josh McDaniels lost his job in Denver because he instructed the video guy to try to do the same thing in London to San Francisco.
I've not heard that.
Yeah, and they got back to him, and Mr. Bolin fired him as soon as they got back.
Over that?
Yes, sir.
Well,
he was losing, but he got caught. San Francisco turned them in.
So chip off the old block?
He learned it from somewhere, Skip.
So I give you all that. I give you Spygate. I give you a head coach, and this is the one reason I can't fully embrace Bill Belichick. He's had a history of doing these sort of things where you say, you're so good. Why do you need to resort to that? Why'd you have to resort to spying on an Eric Mangini, your former assistant, head coach of the Jets, who said, Bill, don't do it to me, too.
I'm your boy.
Come on.
Joy, you know what we used to do, Joy, right? I'm going clean, Joy. I'm going clean. You want to do that, Joy? You keep doing it. Just don't do it to your boy, Joy.
Yeah.
What? Your dues on the way out?
I got to get you. I got to get you.
And your boy called the office the next day and said, hey.
No, he alerted him on the field.
I guess he did.
He learned him on the field. He said, hey.
So I get all that, but I'm going to say this. Maybe this will be the last time. Probably not on this show. But when I look at what happened in Deflategate to the Patriots, I still say it's as unjust and unfair a punishment as I've ever seen in all my years covering the National Football League, because the league chose to target a Tom Brady at age 39 who looked like he was nearing the end of his career. They chose to potentially railroad him and frame him, in my humble estimation, without conclusive evidence or proof, for deflating footballs just to get back at New England for its history of cheating. Like they hadn't come down hard enough on Spygate. There was some controversy about what happened to the tapes. Were they destroyed? Remember?
They were.
No? Okay. Fine. So Tom Brady fights back and says, no, 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 and he gets through one round of court, and he gets thrown out, and that Judge Berman in Manhattan called what the NFL was trying to do to Tom Brady frontier justice, like it was just outrageous frontier justice, and yet they came down, and he finally had to swallow his 4 games, and they had to swallow losing a 1st and a 4th round draft pick, and there was $1 million fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not the biggest deal in the world for Robert Kraft.
Yeah, the currency is the draft picks.
That's the currency. And the great Peter King, covering the National Football League, then wrote, shaky evidence, shady science, and a total lack of interest in learning the truth are grounds for Roger Goodell to admit he erred by docking New England draft picks for Deflategate. That's a strong statement from Peter King. So just to frame all this, in that instance, at least the league, quote unquote, for the sake of all those billions of Patriot haters, the league got even with the, right?
Yeah.
Was the league bending over backward to be nice to the Patriots there? I don't think so.
And there are a lot of owners that felt that the commissioner let them off easy the first time with Spygate.
Okay, I got it.
And one of the guys that was trying to undermine commissioner this time around was the #1 guy. Say, hey, Bob, go ahead and take that punishment. Go ahead and do what's best for the team.
Sure.
Just sour grapes.
Okay. So if you take away a first, especially, and a fourth, does that ensure the Patriots are going to keep winning championships? Does that not derail that potentially?
But Skip, for me, I believe if Brady had just said, guys, look, I like my balls on the lower end. Now, I did not instruct them if they were lower than what's allowable. That was not my instructions. And if any misunderstanding or inconvenience, I apologize. But I like my balls at about 12 and a half or 13, whatever the minimum allowed is. That's what I like. But I would never, ever instruct them to do anything underhand.
I agree with you. I
believe he had said that, Skip. Go ahead and take the $50,000 fine and keep it moving. But to not say, well, I don't know what balls. I don't know anything about no footballs.
That shucks bit.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And when they ask you, hey, Skip Bayless, when somebody asks Skip, you drink? No, I don't drink. Skip, do you drink? I don't think so.
That's your bit.
Yeah, they asked Tom
Shannon,
Brady.
do you drink?
I don't think so.
Not always.
Yeah, hold up. Let's see, like certain days. Like if it starts with a T, I'll drink. Like Tuesday and Thursday, so you know what the day is. Turn up.
Or light up.
Yeah, but if the thing old Snoop Dogg, the thing in that glass joint.
I have suffered as a sports fan by the hand of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick for a very long time, and in my opinion, I think you just need to be better.
Yes.
You still beat them.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
And by the way, last quick point, they only had one penalty, and I get that, but it's to your point. They're just a well-coached football team. So, and the one penalty came on special teams. So the offense and the defense executed all day long without a single penalty. Is that because the NFL wants the Patriots to win?
If it had come down to one play at the end of the game, and it's a call that determines the win or loss, I can understand. But
you know how many coaches and front office people have gotten fired? How many quarterbacks are considered bums because of what New England has been doing in the last 18 years?
Everyone who's not a Patriots fan knows.
That's unreal. But what they have, Skip, is unrealistic. So to say, well, my franchise is a failure because we can't do that. Nobody's ever been able to do that. And you probably won't ever see it again.
I just feel like the anger is directed in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
They're mad at Tom Brady and Bill Belichick for being great. Be mad at your team for being bad.
Exactly. Go beat them.
Go beat them. Should Barry Bonds be in the Hall of Fame? We'll discuss that with Rob Parker next.